Imagine being diagnosed with cancer at just 19 years old and then told that the treatment to save your life would leave you infertile. That was the reality for Amy Tucker, until a groundbreaking procedure, one you've probably never heard of before today, gave her hope. Here is her story.
My mom inspired me to be a nurse.
Amy Tucker began nursing school in 1997. Just 1 year into her studies, in a devastating twist of fate, she became the patient. A biopsy of an enlarged lymph node revealed she had Hodgkin's lymphoma, a potentially fatal disease.
And I remember that weekend, just crying, being like, why me? Why now?
Amy endured 6 months of chemotherapy, went into remission, and then resumed a full load of classes.
And then I was like, life is good. And then 2 months later, when I went in for a checkup, there was a spot again.
At just 20 years old, she was once more fighting for her life. Doctors told her this new round of chemo would likely make her sterile. But right before the treatments began, a nurse told her about a new procedure that could preserve her ovarian tissue.
She did say it was experimental. It's worked in sheep and rats. We don't know if it works in humans. So I looked at my parents and we're like, well, that's what we should do if I want to have a family. So we made a quick decision to go ahead and have it removed.
Amy met with Dr. Sherman Silber, a pioneer in ovarian tissue preservation at St. Luke's Hospital in suburban St. Louis. She would become the second woman in the United States to have this experimental procedure. Using laparoscopic surgery, Dr. Silber removed her right ovary.
Once they removed the ovary, they took the outer layer of the tissue and divided into 3 sections and then froze them.
That layer contained the follicles which produce eggs and could be stored in liquid nitrogen for years until Amy decided to try to have a family. After a grueling round of chemotherapy, radiation, and a bone marrow transplant, Amy was cancer-free and ready to move forward in life.
I have always been best friends with my husband. So Jason knew that there was a possibility that we wouldn't be able to have children of our own.
Amy was now 31, and the couple's only hope to conceive a child was to transplant tissue from the ovary, extracted and preserved 11 years earlier.
We were taking a big gamble. There wasn't a lot of research of it being reimplanted, so we knew we were going to be one of the first if it worked to produce a baby at all.
And Amy Tucker is with me now. Amy, welcome to you.
Thank you.
So when you first got the cancer diagnosis, how bad did they say the prognosis was?
So I actually had Hodgkin's, so that's usually favorable cancer. I was stage 3B, so we started out with just chemotherapy.
Okay. And then what happened? Because then it seemed to come back with a vengeance.
Correct. So 2 months later, I was, from stopping the chemotherapy, I went back for a checkup, and the cancer was back. So we learned that I was going to have to do an auto stem cell transplant. Since it wasn't in my bone marrow, I was able to use my own bone marrow stem cells. And with that treatment would be more intense chemotherapy and radiation, total body radiation included, which would leave me sterile.
Okay, so you're 20 years old, right?
Yes.
And you're making this choice for the rest of your life.
Correct.
And
Correct.
By that point, did you know whether you wanted children?
You know, we come from big families, so I think I always wanted children, and I just assumed I would have large families. And at the time, I didn't spend a whole lot of time researching what I could do to preserve my fertility because I was in college. All I wanted to do is not miss out on school. Let me go to college. I'll do whatever. If I went chemo on the side,
What made you say yes to this experimental procedure as opposed to doing the thing that many women have done, which is have the eggs frozen?
Well, a lot of it was time because we had to start more intense chemotherapy right away in order to do the transplant.
That's key because so many women delay the cancer treatment while they're going through what can be several weeks to get your eggs harvested. You have to grow them, you have to shoot yourself up.
Correct. So we were basically meeting for consents for the transplant whenever the nurse had told us about this procedure where you could freeze your ovary tissue and it seemed simple enough. And my parents and I, talked about it briefly and we're like, well, let's do it. As long as this doesn't delay the chemo and I can get back to school, I'll do whatever. And so, we literally went in for the procedure, it was an overnight stay.
Wow.
And then 2 days later, we were driving up to get my chemo treatment.
So today you're cancer-free?
Correct, yes.
Thank God. And not only are you cancer-free, but how many children do you have?
We have 4 beautiful children.
It's so miraculous how this went down. But it was not that simple, okay? Because they had, I know, here her beauties. So they did the transfer of the ovary layer to the other ovary. But then some things happened before babies 1 and number 4. We'll talk about it when we come back after the break. And we'll also meet the pioneering doctor that helped Amy and her husband have their beautiful family. We'll be right back. So we're here now with Amy Tucker. When she was just 20 years old and facing cancer treatment that would leave her infertile, she underwent a then experimental procedure. She had her entire ovary, just one, removed and frozen. And now she's cancer-free and mother to 4 children. Also with us is Amy's doctor, Sherman Silber, who is just an all-around badass. He pioneered this treatment in the U.S. He's the director of the Infertility Center of St. Louis. People go from all over the world to see Dr. Silber. He's also the one who first reversed a vasectomy. He's been trying to bring little babies into the world since the beginning of time on the male and female side. Okay. So, how old are your kids now?
I have a 7.5-year-old, a 20-month-old, and then twin 4-month-old girls.
God. And twins run in your family. That's
twins
not from
run
this
in my
procedure.
family, yes.
Okay, so you had the first little layer. I picture it like a hard-boiled egg slice put on top of another hard-boiled egg. You want it to merge in there and fire up the other ovary that's been dormant for so long. I'm going to let Dr. Silver explain it properly in a minute. But so then you have your baby, your first baby.
Yes.
But
yes.
then nothing.
Yeah, so the ovary tissue started working right away. We were, had my first period within 6 months of it being in, and we were pregnant by September. So we implanted in January, we were pregnant by September. So life was good. We were like, this happened so quickly. We were just all overwhelmed, just like our miracle baby was here, and with no additional medicines or anything like that.
Yeah, you don't have to go through IVF.
No.
But then what happened?
So then we waited 6 years. Well, so we had to do a second transplant.
Another slice. Another egg slice goes on there, and it didn't do anything.
And it didn't do anything, yes. That one was in for a couple years, and, I had periods, but we never were able to conceive a child off that.
So the third egg slice was the charm.
Correct, yes.
And off of that one, you got 3 more children.
Correct.
Okay, all right, so that's the layman's explanation. Dr.
Yes.
Silber, so why is this potentially safer than having your eggs taken out and stored?
Well, first place, for cancer patients, it's ideal just to get the ovary out and then not delay cancer treatment whatsoever.
Quickly, okay.
Also, although egg freezing wasn't available, actually, and when Amy had her ovary frozen, you can do that. That's an option. But many women find it extremely expensive, and you have to go through 3 or 4 cycles to have any kind of assurance of fertility, because you need 20 or 40 eggs. That's been demonstrated in many papers. And so it's a lot to go through for equivalent IVF procedures. She never had IVF.
How many eggs do you get if you take out the whole ovary?
200,000 eggs.
Wow. So your odds are way up there.
Odds are way up over.
But what about the fear? I think I would be fearful that my body was dealing with cancer. The ovary you took out of me had not been radiated or is treated with chemo. Like, is there fear of putting tissue back in the body from a cancer, ridden body?
That was our original fear. I warned Amy of that in 1998, that we probably will never be able to use this tissue, although it works well in sheep and in mice, because we're worried. We're worried about putting cancer cells back. Well, many, many studies subsequent to that showed that these cancer cells don't go to the ovarian cortex. It's not the entire ovary. It's the very, very tough, stiff outer layer. It's that shell of the ovary that has all the eggs, and the cancer cells don't go there.
So I have to ask you, as the man who's pioneered all these crazy treatments, I only named 2, but the list goes on and on. What are you working on now? I mean, what's next?
Right now, starting this year, based on experiments that work in mice, we're taking skin cells and turning them into stem cells, and then those stem cells into functional eggs. We're doing that in humans. We've done that already in mice, and it works. We have baby mice that are very healthy, and we're starting to do that now in humans.
So you're telling me that there's going to come a day where instead of having to donate your eggs or get your eggs extracted, you can just have a little skin sloughed off, and you can wind up with an egg that can be fertilized?
Exactly right. We'll just do a skin biopsy, and we'll have eggs.
Does it still need to come from a woman?
We've experimented in mice because it was an interesting question, and no, it won't work to try to make eggs from male skin cells won't work.
Okay, I just want to sit with this for a little while and think about it. It's incredible. Listen, I want to tell you, speaking of babies, we may be getting a royal baby name in any moment. So stand by for the royal. My money's on Philip, I'm just saying. I am so happy that you're well and that you are the mother of those 4 beautiful children. It was meant to be.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank you. Thank you both so much for being here.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.